There, I'm going to do an example on how to add and subtract fractions, and basically, I'm only going to do one operation because it's the same idea for both. And this is under the assumption that you already have a decent understanding of adding and subtracting fractions. So, I'm going to show you two different methods. It's not the only two that exist, but two methods I'm going to use. And I'm going to use in this situation. And here's my situation. I was changing my oil the other day, and my car takes 4¼ quarts of oil. I have 2 2/3 quarts of oil. So the reason why I'm not actually telling you what to do, whether or not you're supposed to be adding or subtracting, is because I kind of want you to think about it a little bit. So if I need 4¼ and I only have 2 2/3, do you think I should add them or do you think I should subtract? Well, I'm hoping that you're thinking, oh, I should subtract because I need to figure out how much more oil do I need. So I'm going to do this two ways. The first method I'm going to show you is this. I'm going to start with minus 4¼ minus 2 2/3. Well, the first thing you can do is you can change these mixed numbers into improper fractions. And this would give you 4 times 4 is 16 plus 1 is 17. 17/4 minus 2 times 3 is 6 plus 2 is 8. 8/3. And then we'll need a common denominator. Oh, I'm sorry, 8/3. And I'm going to need a common denominator, so I recognize that my common denominator will be 12. So I'm going to multiply this by 3 over 3. I'm going to multiply this by 4 over 4. And when I do that, 17 times 3 is 51 over 4. And this is going to be 32 over 4. And I'm still subtracting. So now 51 over 4 minus 32 over 4 would be, what is that, 19 over 4? 19 over, goodness me, over 4. 42, yep. And then I can change that back into a mixed number. So let's say 4 goes to 19 4 times. Oh, wait a second. Oh, I made a mistake. Goodness me. Not over 4. It should be over 12. So it should be 19 over 12. Goodness me. And I think this is important to see because everybody makes mistakes. So I'm glad I caught it. So 12 goes into 19 once. One and 7/12. Now, 1 7/12 quarts is kind of a hard thing to think about. But I know that 6/12 is a half. So it's going to be just a little bit more than 1½ quarts. And if you're working with oil and you're changing the oil on your car, that might make a little bit more sense. So 1½ just a tiny bit more than 1½. Now I'm going to show you another way of solving this, in case you don't like doing it that way. The other way of doing this is I start with my 4¼ minus 2 2/3. And the first thing I'm going to do is get a common denominator. And it's a little bit annoying because I forgot my pen at school. So I'm using my finger, and it's obviously becoming problematic for me. So this is going to become 4 3/12. And this is going to be 2 8/12. Now the problem here is I can't do 3 minus 8. I'll highlight that for you. Ooh. Goodness me, I'm really struggling without my pen. I can't do the 3 minus the 8. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to borrow from here. And this is going to become a 3. And I'm going to make this into a 15. Because I gave 12/12, which is 1, to the 3/12, which now becomes 3 and 15/12. Now I can just subtract. 3 minus 2 is 1 whole. 15/12 minus 8/12 is 7/12. So 7/12 12th quarts. And that's it. Those are my two methods for doing it. I hope it makes sense. I hope you're going to forgive my mistake. And I hope you learned something. All right.